Hey, good morning, guys. All right. So we're having a gap down. In things. The Tesla trade was a home run so far. I hope it... yeah, well, right now it kind of bounced off the 200-day pre-market, but the markets remain weak. It's gonna go lower. SQM looks like it's gapping below my stop. What a piece of shit. I'm 3 for 0 on this thing. This thing never gets going. FAS was a nice short yesterday. Big reversal candle. This thing is, you know, just extended. Reminds me of January 2018 when it also had like a year-long trend. It was trending higher, and had this reversal candle. So that's why I shorted it late day yesterday. HEQ is weak. Ugh. CLF, all right. BNT actually closed strong. Too bad it closed that strong. If it closed a little bit weaker, I would have held it overnight short. And now it's gapping down, of course. And TNA, Russell is finally kind of breaking down below this, breaking the series of higher lows, or at least trying to. So we'll see. Hopefully we get a real washout this time. Because, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Well, growth stocks have been dying for weeks now. They all been dying for months even. This SQM is annoying, man. 3 for 0. But it's in insignificant position anyways. Tesla is a huge position though, so hopefully it keeps going lower. FAS is a decent position, and HEQ is also a pretty big position, but this one is weak also. Well, yeah, Chumi is a piece of shit. It's been pumped by Citron for a few months now. If it's such a great company, why do their fundamentals suck? -1% revenue growth. Yay, great company. Yeah, all of the excesses we had last year and early this year, they're getting washed out. CCIV also totally ridiculous. Just keeps hitting new lows. DQ, no, not SQ, DQ. No, not DQ. What's the one? DM? No, wait. QS, that one too. They're all getting washed out as reality is setting in. Valuations do matter eventually. All right, good luck, guys. Remember, don't go crazy. This is not a market to buy breakouts. And this is not a market to chase stuff. So far we're getting a little bit of a bounce. But will this bounce stick? That's the question. Unfortunately, my two main two $10 million opportunities got kind of shredded with this gap down, which sucks. So right now, except for some of the shorts, I mean, I'm not really seeing a lot. Party. What am I looking at party here? Looks like SPXL is nearing lows of the day. If GBTC flag breaks down, I don't know. It's a Bitcoin proxy. I'm not sure. I don't see a super bearish setup in Bitcoin. It's still kind of a bullish setup. It's just GBTC is showing relative weakness. I don't know. Nothing I have confidence in. Russell and the Qs are much stronger than the SPYs. Interesting. Because the SPYs have been showing relative strength for the past few months, but now they're showing relative weakness. Yeah, GME, it's gonna slowly bleed back to the double digits to begin with, and then single digits. This dying retailer is still in a cloud of its own. Let's see if the SPYs can bounce too. A lot of the tech related things are bouncing. Like there were some day trading opportunities in some of these names, like Palantir. Or maybe that's not a great example. But even if they rally, they're gonna rally into these declining moving averages. That's the problem. That is the problem. Playboy short? Don't short Playboy, guys. It's better to let it be. You know, don't short Playboy. It's very un-American. Even if there's money to be made, don't make that money. Yeah, insta ban. Don't short Playboy. There's just some things you never do. Shorting Playboy is one of those things. Damn, ETHE. This thing is showing relative weakness to the coin. I was thinking about it, but the thing is, it was only day one. If there had been one more update, I would have probably, you know, shorted some yesterday. But I'm very cautious shorting day one. I've been run over a few too many times shorting day one. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, Russell is still building higher lows. It just won't go away. Which gives me hope. The rocket launch site is still intact. Tesla is not bouncing very well though. Compared to many of the other tech names, software names. Is E-Trade down? What? Am I long or short FAS? You know, look at the chart and do some thinking. Would I be long or would I be short? It's not hard to figure out if you know my setups. which I know you know since you have followed the instructions on the screen. Yes, plus I discussed the trade 10 minutes ago. Okay, now Tesla is starting to bounce too. Okay. Let's see if the deep buyers come in or if they're finally starting to get tired. Yeah, I mean that there was a good day trading type of when you get these big gaps, especially in the indices, you know, many times they do reverse, at least for a while. Like this type of volatility is, you know, creates opportunity for day traders, but again, I'm here for the big moves, not some few hour moves. This Tesla pre-market was actually, when it was in the 580s, low 580s, it was one of my bigger trades in a while. I was up like 2 million on it. Now it's inching back to low 1 millions. Probably gonna get stopped out break even. Because that's what this market does. No, 2 million overnight. Not in a week. Roku. But soon it's gonna be in the no million. Let's see. We'll see. Too early to tell. Alright, they got stopped out of the SPXL for a tiny loss. So far it looks like things are bouncing. But again, it's gonna bounce into declining moving averages. And then what? That's the question. Palantir, that's a nice reversal. What's Dogecoin doing? It's still kind of holding the rising 20-day. What's Ethereum doing? Ethereum is holding, but the Ethereum trusts there to just tanking. ETCG is now down 57% from the highs. ETHG is down 14%, while Ethereum is only off like 5% from the highs. Okay. So a lot of reversals in the tech names, software, internet, but they all look like shit. Even, you know, they you know what, they're gonna rally a few days and then just gonna hit all these declining moving averages, and that's the problem. Like, there's nothing going on in those sectors. Yeah, I did mean versions. I did some flag type of setups, both breakouts, breakdowns. It's the same setups, just on a lower time frame. No rocket science included. Or involved, I would say. You can enter in the 1 minute, you can enter in the 5 minute. But if you're a day trader, you should probably, you know, do the 1 minute and maybe add on the 5 minute if it's not up too much. Purely technical. Order book, I don't know what the order book is, but yeah, when I was a day trader, I was purely technical. Level 2, no. I've never been much of a level 2 guy. It moves too fast for me. Only thing level 2 that's been helpful for me is on OTC names, but nowadays OTC names are dead. Since they're pretty much dead since 2013, so... But Fannie Mae in 2013, it was like... If we get an opportunity like that again, I'm gonna make 20 million, 30 million in that trade. Fannie Mae in 2013. Oh man. You saw the level 2, they were like... All the orders were stacked. Like you could see which way the stock was gonna go. It was like cheating. It's incredible. Yeah, you could see, yeah. I'm still purely technical. No. Financials are holding well, materials are holding well. It's only tech that looks like shit. And even that is kind of having a lot of reversals. Nasdaq is building another higher low, which I guess is good, but we're gonna run into all of these declining moving averages, and then what? Damn, my Tesla profits are evaporating. This is called a $1 million bounce. That's what it's called. Apple, 200 day, yeah. So far, so good. Actually, I'm looking at some of these sectors like semiconductors. I mean, if they can reclaim the rising 100 and get back to like this 240 area, go sideways a bit, it would be a great setup like next week. You know, another 4 or 5 days. So it's kind of hard to get bearish when a lot of sectors are holding up really well, except for the like software and like the nosebleed names. Those are the ones that have been the no profit pumps and hype names, and it's mainly those things that have been selling off. Other things are holding up really well. Oh, my FAS profits are evaporating too. Let's see, where is this SQM now? So I sold near the lows. Yeah, looks like it did. But you know what? It could have been at 50 now, so gotta do what you gotta do. ALB is holding up. But the problem is, if you buy good setups and you get stopped out and you get a good setup again on that stock a few days later, you don't buy it, you know what's gonna happen? FCX is gonna happen. I bought it here, got stopped out, but I didn't rebuy it. And now it's, well, yesterday it was 25% higher. And same thing with US Steel. I had it here, got stopped out, but I didn't rebuy it, and now it's way higher. And SQM is still building higher lows. Oh man. If it sets up again next week, I will rebuy it. Mm-hmm. Who said I don't trade EPs today? Because I remember I traded UPSD. Pretty sure I traded this one. Roblox? Yeah, it looks like shit. It needs to get above these 10 and the declining 10 and 20 day. UPS? Yeah, UPS was a low ADR. It's a boomer stock. You know, these types of boomer stocks, I don't really. And look at, like, it looks like a big move, but it's only up like 10%, 11% since EP. It's one of the Dow stocks that's, you know, they have been working the past month, but not really the type of stocks I like to trade. Yeah, CLF bounced like a champ. That's what strong stocks do. X2, FCX2, but those I'm not in, unfortunately. I think you need to read up on the EP criteria. Guys, seriously. A lot of strong reversals. Chinese tech having reversals. Solars, nice. ARC ETFs are having big reversals. Yeah, lots of opportunity for shorter time traders, shorter time frame traders. Yeah. I mean, right now we are reversing nicely. I really like some of these reversals. Like IWM, like this TNA has been my, you know, the most exciting trade idea I've had in a while. Like this thing, I think could be big. Like if Russell can actually finally break out, if it reclaims the base, it's still building higher lows. That's good. It's still intact. The base, actually, the base just got stronger. Like if it holds here, goes back into the range, goes sideways and then starts breaking out next week or whatever, That's gonna be a really, you know, much stronger setup. But the question is, are we gonna hold these bounces or are we gonna fade back? That's the question. No idea. Yeah, BGFV. Yeah, W, I saw it. It was super strong yesterday. And look at it weekly. It's still building higher lows and it just keeps coming back to this upper end of the range. If it can, you know, go sideways here for a few weeks, I mean, it could be good. Just keeps coming back. And people have been calling this thing zero for so long. I keep seeing mentions on my own YouTube, like, oh, W is a $50 stock. And this is the one someone told me to like delete my account or something when I bought the breakout here. And then it went up 50% in a few weeks. People are so fanatical about the stocks. Fanatics tend to be losers. And yet, price action tells otherwise. You may have an opinion that this is a $50 stock, but it keeps proving otherwise. So you either change your opinion or, well, you get taken to the woodshed. Walter Jr.? Do I sound like Walter Jr. from Breaking Bad? I don't even remember how he sounds like. Do I sound like a teenage boy? No way. I think it's your speakers. I sound like I buy Dogecoin? I wish. I wish I did. KSS, they're holding up nicely. Like KSS, that's a good setup. Like, you know, if it tightens up a little bit here, these things are just kind of thin for me. But yeah, I mean, if we can tighten up a few days, I mean, it would be a really good setup. JWN, this is a little bit all over the place. But, you know, Macy's also not as, I mean, I guess, you know, if they can break out, could make big moves. It's one of the stronger sectors right now. Department stores. I sound like a loser. There comes David. Thanks, David. Thanks for the daily compliment. Appreciate it. People on like YouTube who haven't followed me for long, they always ask me, who's David? Well, here you go. Here's David. Man, there's nothing going on for me here. Only reason I'm still in front of the computer is because of you guys. Oh yeah, the interviews. Yeah, I just haven't had the... I just haven't felt doing them. Sorry for the noise in the background. My cleaning lady is just outside the door, vacuuming. Or I mean my mom. When I say cleaning lady, I mean my mom. Outside of the basement. Yeah, that's what I meant. Guys, right now I would pay 9 million for a $10 million trade. I'm willing to pay 9 million for a $10 million trade. Or at least a $10 million trade opportunity. What's my normal routine like? I usually check in on the markets either from my laptop or my phone, like early pre-market, maybe like a 2 hours, 2.5 hours before the market open. Just, you know, seeing so my positions, and not any of my positions are having any crazy gaps or anything. And then I check in again maybe like an hour before the market open, and then I go get to the computer maybe 20 minutes before the market open. If it's earnings season, or if the market is like there's a lot of things going on, obviously I'm getting to the computer much earlier. But right now, when everything is kind of been very slow, I get to the computer kind of late, because there's just not many things going on. You don't have to do a lot of preparation. It's not like, you know, November to February, or March to July, when things were just going crazy. And obviously during earnings seasons I'm also a little bit earlier, because there's just a lot of preparing to do. Some of these construction names are taking out, or the ETFs are taking out lows of the day. home builders, construction ETFs, they're weak, taking out lows of the day. Now this has been one of the strongest areas of the market lately. Litecoin, I don't think it has any trust you can trade on any publicly traded thing. It's only Bitcoin and Ethereum. Tesla improving. Yeah. Yeah, some of these bounces are taking a breather now. But yeah, it's kind of... Again, it's you know, great opportunities for day traders, but for me, not really. You guys are lazy. David says the truth. Don't be lazy, guys. Opening range highs. I wasn't really aware of the concept opening range highs until I read a book. I think it was Toby Crable. Like it was some kind of a futures trader who made like $1 billion trading opening range highs. That's where I got the concept. I don't remember what his name was. I don't even remember the book. And so I did what I'm best at. I just stole the idea. It's kind of nice when other people figure things out, and then you can just take what they figured out and apply it on your own trading. You don't have to use much brain power. I don't like using brain power. Using brain power is for geniuses. And for people who think they're geniuses. Most people are just better off just copying what works. But everyone wants to reinvent the wheel, and very few do. Like, I've literally copied every single trading concept, every setup, everything. The average daily range, like the EP setup, the breakout setup, the parabolic short. None of these things I discovered myself. Even this new thing, the red line, some people noticed I've started using the red line. That's to alert me when a stock gets close to my stop, so I can prepare, because I've had a lot of slippage on my market stops, as you all guys know. So I'm trying to get out manually and try to get better prices. That I copied from Stock Daddy, one of my moderators. Maybe sometime in my life I'll figure out something original. Yeah, that's a great Bill Gates quote. Lazy people will find ways of doing things more effectively. Well, kind of lazy smart people. Not lazy stupid people. Lazy stupid people are just lazy. Lazy smart people will find out more effective ways to do things. That's true. Oh wow, VXX is blowing up here. Spice, those are some power downticks. Holy shit. That went south fast. That bounce didn't stuck for long. Honestly, I do think the spies look very vulnerable. Like, you know, when you get this type of long uptrend and it starts losing the rising 10, the rising 20 day, I mean, generally bad things happen. Generally bad things can happen. I'm just super cautious. I wouldn't be looking for any longs here. It's better to like wait for things to stop going down. In this case, like the indices, establish ranges. Establish some ranges. Does Nocco increase brain power or does it soften it up? It kinda makes you temporarily, let's say like this, like you can temporarily use more of your brain power. So if you're sitting at 10% brain power usage, maybe you'll increase it to 15% for a short amount of time. But then it kind of fades off and you're gonna back to normal. Exactly, it overclocks your brain temporarily. You better have some good cooling or you're gonna get overheated. I'm definitely gonna watch the VXX and these volatility instruments because, you know, look, it was a long time ago we had any recent, you know, decent correction. And you know, these things, look, I'm not looking for something like this to happen again. But you know, these types of spikes, you know, where the VXX goes up 30-50% in a few days or a week, you know, that's something could very realistically happen if we, you know, pull back to the 50-day or even the 100-day. If this bounce doesn't stick, that is. Because you can clearly see there's some volatility or some premium building in. Like, the SPYs didn't hit the lows of the day, but VXX took out the highs of the day. So there's definitely some relative strength in this thing. Doesn't really mean anything. But, you know, combining with the fact that the SPYs do look very vulnerable. Like, if you study, you know, where big pullbacks in the SPYs have happened, they usually happen when you get these long trends, when the SPYs just, you know, surf the 20, the 50, the 100 for many months and sometimes even over a year. And then they lose their uptrends. They lose the 10-day, they lose the 20-day. You know, you can get some pretty bad sell-offs in a short amount of time. You know, same thing, you know, something like, look at what happened early 2018 or September, October 2018. Or, you know, something like May 2019. You get these long range breaks, or something like February, March last year. Obviously, there was another type of catalyst for that sell-off, but you know, just if you've just followed the technicals, you know, it broke the uptrend and then started going lower. So yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So if it starts taking out lows of the day later, you know, not a good thing. Unless you are positioned on the short side. Nate was mentioned the other day, a way to automatically cover sell divide. Okay, where? Where did he mention it? In one of his videos? Or in his chat? Hey, Tony Isaac. Tonya Sack. Could you DM me? Where did he mention it? TVAP? Oh, okay. Is that some kind of an algo? Yeah. I did a starter on VXX. Let's see if we can get some fireworks on this thing. What should I use as a stop? I'll use 40. Yeah. I mean, this thing could easily spike 30-50% in a few days if we get a... Even if we get a kind of a mild pullback in the SPYs. No, I'm not using lows of the day on VXX. It's too wide. It either goes or it doesn't. It's not like VXX, you know. Either it goes or it doesn't. Like, you know, these volatility instruments, I don't want to keep any. I don't want to give them, what do you call it? I don't want to give them room, I don't want to give them time. They need to work. Oh, by the way, guys, I need to cut the stream. My cleaning lady needs to get into my office. Good luck, thanks for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.